Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, it is entrepreneurship of class 12th, and the topic today is resource requirement. It is fifth chapter of your entrepreneurship. In last four chapters, we try to know that what are the different things that an entrepreneur wants to start a particular type of enterprise. He has to take different decisions before establishing an enterprise. He has to see the form of enterprise he is going to start, whether it is a large scale unit, small scale, medium scale, or what is the location of the unit where he is going to establish the unit. And he has to see the requirement of resources, different resources, for example, raw material, financial resource, manpower, different things he has to see. And here in this chapter, we will try to discuss in detail about these resources that are needed by an entrepreneur to start a particular type of enterprise. We will discuss in detail the different resources. But students, let us first know that what is the meaning of resource? What does it mean? Resource, just we use it in common way. We use in different ways for, especially for the business units or for any type of enterprise. We use the term resource. What is a resource? Resource, just we can say, it is anything that facilitates the production of other item. Anything. It can be money, it can be man, it can be material, it can be anything. That is, we use that thing to facilitate some product. So when we utilize something, we say it is a resource. And what is the reason why we utilize this thing? It is utilized just to get some production, just to get some output. So we can say, in other words, it is an input that is used to get an output. And this input, it can be tangible like a television, or it can be intangible like health and education. So this term resource, which is used in different ways, just financial resource, human resource, materials, human, man, these are different things that we use, but the aim to use all these things is just to get an output. So these are the inputs that are to be utilized to get an output. Let me repeat that these resources, these things can be tangible like a television, or these can be intangible like health and education. So all these can be in terms of money, these can be in terms of raw material, these can be in terms of men, but all these are called resources. The condition for resource is that it is input to get an output from it. These resources, they have some salient features. First is that these are used to produce some product. So the first feature of this resource is that it is used to produce some product. So we cannot just use any resource just for enjoyment. Just we cannot use it as to waste it. It is used to produce some product, first thing. And second thing is that it is scarce in supply. It is not in abundance. It is a valuable thing. It is supply is scarce. It is hard. It cannot be found everywhere. Just we say that all the resources, whether that is man, these are machines, they are materials, these are anything, but condition is that it must be scarce. It must not be just found everywhere. It must be scarce in supply. And third thing is, it is salient feature is that it can be tangible or intangible. Yes, it has two conditions are there, that resource can be tangible, it can be moved from one place to another, and or it can be intangible, just we cannot touch it. It is health and education. It can be, we can feel it, we can touch it, we can move it. This is like television, these are books, these are cell phones, but it can be intangible, just health, education. So it is third salient feature of this resource. Fourth is that it creates value addition to the final product. Yes, resource, it is used, it creates value, and this value adds to the final product. So whatever we use, it must add the value of the product that we finally get out of it. The finished product or the final product, it must add to the value of the final product. Just if we will utilize a thing, and if we will utilize an input, and just we will get output in the same shape, at the same value, at the same cost, it is not a resource. So resource must add to the value of the final product, and these are the four salient features of this resource. These resources can be mainly classified in different ways. Just we saw that resources are human resource. These are resources are financial resource. Different kinds of resources just we use in common ways, in routine ways. These are different kinds of resources, but mainly we say that resources have two classifications. They have two types. One is tangible, other is intangible. Just tangible, we can touch it, we can feel it, we can move it, and intangible, just I quoted the example of health and education. We cannot move it, we cannot feel it, we cannot see it. So these are tangible and intangible. And other two ways of difference, these are financial and non-financial. Financial and non-financial, these are the two types of these resources. Financial resources, just we say these are money resources, capital, working capital, or finance, any kind of finance that we utilize in our business. And other than finance, just we have land and building, we have raw material, we have man, we have just all the things that we are using as products. And finance, just it is used any type of currency that we use, whether that is foreign currency or the currency of that very native land of that native country. So these are the two types, that is financial and non-financial, or we can say tangible and intangible resources. So I think this is enough for today. These are different kinds of resources that we use in our routine way.